This will be my y'all's favorite black YouTubers, part 2. Today, I'll be dealing with a one Miss Yvette Carnell. Now, when people were sending me and telling me about Yvette Carnell, I had already had knowledge of Yvette Carnell, her viewpoints, her stances. I think she is an intelligent woman, well-spoken, well-studied when we're dealing with the political realm. I'd already watched some of her videos when I was wanting to get a clear understanding of what ADOS was, what their mission was. Her and Tone, actually. Listened to both their videos to get a clearer picture of, what the mission was. So I guess, I'm not going to necessarily try to put them together, but I can kind of put them two together as I've been getting sent both of their names and some of their stuff. I'd already been watching to figure out what ADOS was. And, if you want an understanding of why reparations are important, if you didn't already have an understanding of why, if none of the ancestors that talked about this, if they didn't do it for you, if Dr. Claude Anderson didn't do it for you, then Yvette and Tone do a good job of showing data, showing the wage gap between Black American peoples, Native Black American peoples. Then they do a good job of showing why this is necessary. When you look at the wage gap, if you needed that understanding, they do a really good job of breaking that stuff down. And as to having their ADOS movement, which has been something that is popular right now, of course, there's, a lot of fuckery surrounding Yvette and Tone and what they're doing, and a lot of people, trying to, knock them off and all this stuff like that, and discredit them. I've heard videos like that too. It's disgusting, and y'all know I've said that on many videos, and just watching black people conduct themselves this way is trash. To me, if the mission is black liberation or tangibles for black peoples, and I don't see how you stand against that. But as far as this political thing, now the one issue that I do have with Yvette and Tone is that they, gas up the power of the black vote. And the issue I have with that is that to say that you aren't going to vote for anyone that doesn't have a specific black agenda, it actually just means that you aren't really going to vote at all. Now, I think she pushes voting down ballot, which is basically, she say, go in there, and if ain't nobody fucking with you like that, just put ADOS in there. They'll put your name in there. But to me, that's just like you wasting your vote. Essentially, I said years ago, and I've said many times, that when people start talking to me about voting, my question is always, well, who's talking to me? Who's speaking true to the issues that I view in this society? Especially when we're talking about on the presidential level, because these people can campaign and say anything beforehand, and then when they get in there, all they gotta do is act like they're gridlocked. Act like they can't get shit done. This is what Obama was able to do. I'm being held back as they make presidential executive orders for anything that they really want to do. They make executive orders for, which we saw that with Obama. If you kept up with the legislation he signed. So, I respect the political intelligence of surrounding politics, but I still feel as though there's some amount of ego that black people have attached to voting that is an illusion. And Yvette and Tone kind of continue to push that narrative. And one thing I haven't heard them speak of, and I rarely hear anybody speak of, is the Electoral College and the effect the Electoral College has on presidential elections. That doesn't get mentioned. It doesn't get talked about. I don't fully understand why people aren't talking about this. Why we're sitting around acting like the popular vote determines something and black people vote, and that's not what determines a president. It comes down to the Electoral College, and these are people who are supposed to understand the political arena, but you don't hear 2-3 hour live streams on the Electoral College and how the popular vote has failed, how this democracy and the illusion of a so-called democracy is such an illusion. It has nothing to do with the popular vote. It has nothing to do with who y'all like or who the people want. This is why Donald Trump is president right now. And it's like people are ignoring that. Whether you watch it on TV shows, whether you see people doing their blogs, whether you see people just trying to bring awareness to politics and break down politics, which again, I think they do a good job of breaking down the rhetoric of the political rhetoric. But where is the talk and the mention and the conversation about the Electoral College, who they are, what role they play in these presidential elections? Donald Trump, the people didn't put him there, even though people did vote for him, but the people did not put him there. And I don't hear Yvette Orton talking about this. If it was up to the people, Hillary Clinton would be the president right now. And if Hillary Clinton was president, I would argue that she would be, people would be on her head too. If we're talking about tangibles. No one is going to come and bring a black agenda. It just, you're not appealing to the masses if you're promoting a black agenda. The black agenda, the masses of peoples here in America is white folk. They are the majority here. You're not going to appeal to white people who, I think when they did a poll, that over 70% of white people are against reparations. So you're wanting politicians, or you're saying that politicians should be having a conversation about reparations, which I do think the conversation is relevant, is making these white candidates at least have to deal and know that, well, motherfucker, y'all not going to be coming here and pander to us like you have been before. We want to hear about this. But what it's making them do is lie about this. It's something else they're lying about. I'll show you this. Anytime the people, and it's not just black people, the people stress something like, say, jobs. What it makes candidates do is come in and lie about jobs. That's all they come and do is lie. Doesn't mean they're going to really do anything. Well, okay, the people are saying I need to lie about this. You see what I'm saying? It just gives them, whatever people are talking about, it just gives them something to lie about, or outright just deny. Because if we look at the top 3 Democratic candidates, which I do agree with Yvette Antone, that if Democrats are going to continue to pander the black vote, then y'all need to be coming out here speaking on what black people are viewing as black issues. Democrats been lying and misleading black people for a long time. And this is both black Democrats and white Democrats alike. They've been misleading black people. They bamboozle black people. Alright? So I get that angle, but all you're doing is, well, okay, Democrats know, okay, well, we need to lie about this now. The people are wanting us to lie about this area here. And your top 3 Democratic candidates right now, which is Biden, I think it's Williamson and Sanders, they are going to either lie or deny a black agenda. They're going to tell you, look, no, we're not doing nothing specifically black people. We're going to do something for everybody. I think Biden was talking about the other day, him wanting to, he would consider having Kamala as his VP. No, I said wrong. It's not Williamson, it's Warren. It's Elizabeth Warren. These white hoes, they all the same to me. But it's Elizabeth Warren. Now, what Elizabeth Warren will be doing now that Kamala dropped out, well, she's going to be trying to get those black women supporters. She'll be trying to, you know, say whatever she got to say to get them on the team. That illusion will be created. So at least we're going to punish you and make you suffer, but at least you won't be mad about it. I've been saying this for years, black folk ain't mad enough. Because we're still talking politics. These conversations are relevant on the public stage. But again, when you poll America, America is white folk. They're not going to, you know, when you're trying to appeal to the masses, these candidates aren't going to be talking about no black agenda. Y'all can demand it. You can want it. You can puff your chest out and say, well, I did that. We did that. We, ADOS, we making these motherfuckers deal with the black agenda. All you're going to do is have them tell you, no, we not doing shit for you. Now what? I think black people should be looking ahead as to what's the next step after the voting process or this fake ass democracy, which has been historically fake. This is an oligarchy. I don't hear Yvette and Tone talking about that either. If we're going to have political conversations, oligarchy should be the terminology, should be what's being talked about. Lobbyist. These conversations. Electoral College. These are the top 3 subjects, if you're going to deal with politics, that I feel like should be discussed. Then Yvette and Tone, they attached themselves to Byron Allen. Which I can't really fully rock with. Because Byron Allen isn't necessarily pro-black to me. People will argue that he puts out black shows, but if you look at, I had somebody that wanted to say, well, he is for black people. He put up the movie Meet the Blacks. Have you seen Meet the Blacks? Have y'all seen what y'all are considering what would be pro-black movies? Like, that stuff ain't pro-black. That's more black cooning and buffooning. That's what that stuff is. Now, we're dealing with the Civil Rights Act of 1866. Where you're going to have, you know, where a black person could be facing discrimination in the workplace and use this as a way to win lawsuits against these white corporations. Byron Allen brought his up against Comcast. Or no, actually Comcast brought it to him, really. They took it to the Supreme Court. Because he was saying, you motherfuckers is racist as hell. Y'all not giving black folk the opportunity to come in here. Which he's really talking about himself. I know it's turned into a us thing, but it's really a him thing. You know, based on what I'm looking at, it's a him thing. And cool, that's fine. But there isn't really any court cases that black folk has specifically won invoking the Civil Rights Act of 1866. And a lot of this civil shit isn't black specific. And that's the trick of the word civil. It's not black specific. Anybody can come be a part of that. So I feel like us fighting for things that we're considering would be civil is a mistake. We need to come out here, and it's the same way that if we're talking about a black agenda, specifically a black agenda, well, that ain't specifically black. Anything got nothing to do with civil. That ain't black. Now, I'm not full-blown knocking them. They support Byron or whatever like that. Cool. But I feel like if we're talking about tangibles and black tangibles, then that ain't it. That's civil. It's one of black folks' problems in the civil rights movement is we're talking about civil. I mean, who the fuck is that? Everybody? Okay. All quote-unquote minorities? Okay. Even white bitches can use civil rights. So we have to look at that. But I feel like if we're going to be having conversations about politics, which again, I feel Yvette and Tone do a really good job of breaking down politics, but I feel like there's several conversations that aren't being had, and it got black people having a false sense of arrogance almost. All y'all saying now, and what y'all are noticing now, is the same thing I've been saying for years. You're not talking to me. Therefore, I don't have anyone to vote for. I don't have an option. I'm not going to wait in long, dumbass lines just to end up throwing the vote away anyway. That doesn't make sense to me. Now, that's what Yvette is telling people to do. That's what Tone is telling people to do. But if you're waiting on somebody to have a black agenda in a presidential race, then you niggas gonna be waiting forever. It's just not gonna happen. Out of the last three top Democratic candidates, the only one that's come close is Elizabeth Warren, and she's talking about putting forth a panel of some sort to study reparations. Study? Study reparations? This is what we need to... Look at where y'all white folk are. Look at where us black folk are. Look at who built the goddamn country. Look at how y'all got ahead. It shouldn't be that deep of a study. This can happen in a matter of 30 to 45 minutes. Look at what you done. Look at who owns the fucking land. Look at who you gave the land to. This don't take no goddamn panel. It ain't got to be deep. You don't even have to necessarily be a would-be scholar to look at this stuff. That's the closest thing we've got. Biden is leading the goddamn polls right now. That's a Democratic candidate. Who y'all voting for? ADOS? Who are y'all voting for? We must understand that there are several conversations that need to be had. If we're going to be talking about the reality of politics, and particularly when we're talking about presidential elections, we have to talk about the reality of such. We cannot keep ignoring the elephant in the room, and that is that votes, popular votes, does not determine who the president is. I feel as though if Yvette and or Tone wants to really put people up on game, they'll be dealing with who the fuck is the Electoral College, and why the fuck is this democracy not real? That should be the conversation that we have. Oligarchy. Why is America ran by money, lobbying power? Why is black people still telling people, well, shit, y'all niggas ain't got money to buy politicians? How is that not fundamentally wrong? How is that not fundamentally flawed in this type of logic that we have? We will put other people over us. And we'll say that, well, they know how to get shit done. And the reason they get shit done is because they work together. Whoever they may be. Whether they be gay. Whether they would be Hispanics. What you have to look at in the situation that we're in this country is that they would rather come out here and do stuff for gay folk than do something for y'all black folk. Because gay is one of those veils. It's not like black gay people have that thing going on over here, and then white gay people got that thing going on over there. Gay is an umbrella. Homosexual, LGBTQ, that's an umbrella that embodies all races of people. If black gay people were to come out here and want something specific for themselves, you know what would happen because they are black? They wouldn't get a goddamn thing done. Because they black. And just like the umbrella that civil is, that's the umbrella that LGBTQ is. Same umbrella. Same type of umbrella. Now, gay black folk may not be paying attention to this. I don't know whether they are or not. But we got to get down to the reality of politics and the illusion that we've created around politics as far as voting is concerned. And how important our vote is. Who we think we are. You know. Acting like black folk just shifting presidential elections. Where are we getting this stuff from? It's not real. And that's the issue I have. When I'm listening to political conversations from Yvette, from Tone, and from other YouTubers who deal with politics. Now, does this mean I'm against ADOS and what they're standing for and what their end game is? No, not at all. But what I'm saying is when we have these conversations, we got to have them in a more realistic way. We got to talk about the real. This false sense of confidence, this false sense of security is a rug that must be pulled off from under black folk. You ain't standing on nothing. The only thing we're going to be able to stand on and with is each other. And that's until we get that, until we understand that, voting ain't going to, that don't mean shit for us. No power in your vote. You think white folk would let you vote if it was power in your vote? If there was power in your vote, you'd be voting for who represents you on the Electoral College. If voting was real. Where's the ballot for that? People that's on the Electoral College get appointed there. Why is that? Why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we asking those questions? But that's all the fuck I want to say. I know motherfuckers like to, you know, this ain't no hate shit against Yvette and Tone. This ain't no hate shit. I don't know whether they ever thought about these things or not. I don't know. But I feel like for black people, these things are important as well. These things must become the front runner of when we have political conversations, even on national media, YouTube, wherever. Somebody needs to stand up on TV and say, why don't the popular vote matter? About like y'all's now full-blown coon boy Kanye did when he said George Bush don't care about black people. Somebody gonna say, why don't the popular vote matter? Why are y'all playing with us like this? God damn it. Like that same voice, like, God damn it. These things need to be discussed. These things need to be talked about if you're going to have a real political conversation. No disrespect to Yvette and Tone. No disrespect to ADOS. No disrespect to anybody. But y'all know that these have been my views for years. So it ain't like I come out here and I'm saying this just against them or nothing like that. I've been telling black folk. Ain't nobody listening. When I said black folk ain't got nobody to vote for and we never have and we never do, then everybody thought, well, you just being negative, man. Now y'all see it. Who y'all voting for? With a black agenda. Who is this? But y'all comment. Let me know what the fuck y'all think. If you have disagreements, state those, you know. Say no disagreement. Again, there's no disrespect to Tony or Yvette or anything like that. This is just, again, y'all telling me to watch these people. And Tony and Yvette actually had already been watching some of their stuff, trying to get some understanding of their viewpoints. But these are things I feel like should be discussed. Alright? Y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Links to follow me on social media, to donate, and to order a t-shirt from my brother in the description box. Shout out to you, Rob. Y'all already know what the fuck it is. I'm out.